And let's see, start. All right, Tidon has come back. Yeah. Okay. Good afternoon, all. Welcome to NP Financials Trading Masterclass, 2nd of March 2025. Time is 8 minutes past 3. We had a glitch today from Google, I believe. A Google Meet was making everyone viewer only, so no one could talk. Now the problem is solved. Those of you who want to talk as a test, even just unmute and talk, and then we'll know that you can talk. Your mic is working, and you can participate. If you have real problem with your mic, you can text the questions in the chat box, or in the chat box, or in the email also, support@npfinancials.com.au, so that we can actually answer your questions. All right, so as usual, it will be an interactive session for 2 hours till 5 o'clock Melbourne time. And today we'll be missing Kerry from her presentation, but she would be there. She is here to help us resolve our 80% of 70% of the problem, which is mental problem, which is psychological problem. And anyone and everyone would having some challenges, Kerry can definitely help us. And any questions to Kerry, she would be definitely respond to that. All right. For the time being, please do not call in me, because I'll be busy on this one. If you want to really send any message, just SMS me, or in the chat box, Okay. Very good. All right. So let's go to what we'll do. We have got some questions from Tyron, and we'll take that questions first, and then you can send the other questions also if you want. And Tyron, let me bring the Tyron's question here in front of you. So he says 2-day or daily trading strategy. He's asking a question on a daily trading strategy or a 2-day trading strategy, which is the same. And his question is, when using divergence on DX, which is the ticker for the US dollar index, to identify direction of correlated currencies, is the trade setup subject to the rule of score of 4 or more? All right. So is the trade setup subject to the rule of I think there is a mix-up of the question. Trade setup would be, because it is an index, dollar index, because it is an index, so it will actually follow our index trading strategy and rule of index trading strategy. And rule of 4 is an universal rule, which is our proprietary rule at NP Financials. We have invented, I don't know what is the English, whether it is invented or discovery or observation, just like that. I used to call it proprietary observation, I would say. So rule of 4 is valid universally across the asset class, whether it is Forex or shares or bonds or indices or commodities or currencies. Forex is currency, or cryptocurrencies, or intraday. Intraday means small time frame, 5 to 15 minutes. Any time frame, rule of 4 is valid. Score is valid for individually. Scores are different. For Forex it is different, for shares it is different. But I'll go and see how this divergence in the dollar index can help us to trade correlated currencies pairs. Extremely good questions, brilliant questions. All right. So we'll start with the dollar index. All right. So let's go to dollar index, which is the DX for DX. If you write DX, D for dollar, X for index, it will come as US dollar basket. Index and basket are the same. As you know, it is a composite basket of 6 currency pairs, and they are They are maximized price. They are euro, sterling, yen, uh, Swiss franc, Canadian dollar, and Swedish krona. Swedish krona. So these are the six currency pairs in the dollar index, and he's talking about Anil says okay. That means he's okay. I believe only Kim is having some problem, maybe with his computer. I believe if score of 4, yeah, score of 4. Anil is asking. Anil, you can type in the questions in the chat box. You don't have to SMS me your questions. You can. My phone is in front of me, so I can definitely answer your questions. But if you, Anil says okay, very good. All right. So Anil is saying score of 4, score of no. Anil, rule of 4 and score of 4, and that's a good one. We have 4 as a common thing. So that is why probably you got confused, Anil, whether it is rule of 4 or score of 4. In foreign exchange, I think Anil has just started foreign exchange. He's a newbie. So in foreign exchange, when we are going to the beginners course, Anil is in foundation now. Anil is in foundation, and I'm extremely glad that I'll come back to this question, but it came to my mind immediately. I'm extremely glad and welcome Mr. Stewart, who is the father of Marty Stewart, who is the dad of Marty Stewart. He has joined our Discord channel, and he has joined our Elliott Wave Discord. He has joined our Elliott Wave Deep Analysis and News and Events. So, what is his name, Marty?
He goes by the name of Sandy, but his formal name is Alexander.
Alexander. Okay, so we are extremely proud and glad that Alexander or Sandy has joined us. So that was fantastic, brilliant. And I think, I don't know what would be his age, if you don't mind, Marty.
Mid-60s.
Oh, mix. He's young. He is young. We had the pleasure to have our Dr. Fred Weston from Canberra. His age was a 79 when he joined us, NP Financials, and then he was with us till 83, 84. So for 5 years he was with us. Extremely glad. So I hope Alexander or Mr. Alexander would enjoy your analysis on the Elliott Wave, and of course you can ask him to join any other. I think this is what so the Sandy is 06509. That is fantastic, really brilliant. Dhanuka says I can't join, I don't know, so let me admit Dhanuka. Show Dhanuka. Dhanuka is admitted, which is good. Good afternoon, Dhanuka, how are you? All right, we have just started, so so that's good
Hi,
news.
brother. Good.
Good. That's good news that Mr. Alexander Sandy has joined us. Welcome. He is the dad of Marty Stewart. Okay. So I was talking about Anil. He is in foundation. He completed basics of trading, and then foundation. He is in foundation. Then when he will complete the foundation in 9 hours, he will be going to Forex beginners. And in that Forex beginners, Anil, to answer your question, we have a rule of 4. So not rule of 4, a score of 4. Score of 4. Score of 4 means we will start with the main. We'll start with the main strategy. This one chart, for example, this is a strategy chart, and this is a sample setup for going short. This is a sample setup for going long. So in that case, you will come to know when you are there in a couple of months, I believe, or in 1 month time, you will know that we will be seeing 4 other charts also: the line chart, the 2-day chart, the 3-day chart, weekly chart, and monthly chart. Out of the 6 charts, we'll have a score of 4. With the score of 4, we will be taking that. So don't get confused the score of 4 with the rule of 4. Rule of 4, Titan, if you can elaborate on this score, because you have written rule of score of 4. That means I believe you are asking foreign exchange strategy of score of 4. That's what the English is meaning to me. But anyway,
I'll explain, Pata.
go.
What I mean is subject to the rule
Hmm.
of score of 4.
Ah,
Subject to the rule
subject to the rule of
of
4.
score of 4.
Okay, okay, that's good. My English, my goodness. Anyway, I did not read that subject. I thought it is rule of 4 or so. Anyway, so sorry for that. So he's asking score of 4. So let's see dollar index in the frame of score of 4 and the index. So go to we what we'll do, we'll go to file for the newcomers. We'll go to file and load workspace, and in that we'll be going to daily. Daily is equal to the 2-day. Daily strategy and the 2-day strategy is the same, and in that we'll say close this one. We don't want automatic trend line, we don't love it, we don't like it. So we'll go to the this fellow, let it come. So we'll be having a score of 4. So for example, this is a score of 4 here in front of us. This is a score of 4 for us to go long on the on the on the on the Euro Aussie. If not, if the score is not 4, with other indicators, with other ones. So for example, this one here on the line chart, this one here on the line chart, if the line chart is not matching or the 2-day not matching, so on and so forth, then possibly we'll be having, yeah, line chart is matching, that is good. Yeah, so that is good. So we can have a score of 4 there, and then take it. Now let's put the dollar index in this framework. So this is the dollar index in this framework. So the dollar index framework was here, and probably it will not match the line chart. It will not match the line chart. That's what, it will not match the line chart. So the score of 4 would be not here for 4, but sometimes it may match, sometimes it may match, sometimes it not match. So for that, what we have another strategy, because index is another strategy. So for that, we'll be using index strategy. In the index, in this index or indices strategy, we'll be trading the 8 indices, like ASX, Hang Seng, S&P 500, Dow Jones, FTSE, DAX, and all those 8 indices, which comes under this fellow, So Tyron, the score of 4 will probably not will work for dollar index, because it is an index. But this indices will be, indices strategy will be working on that. But your question on divergence. So divergence on the correlated currency pairs. Divergence is universal. Again. Divergence is universal. So let me do that divergence on the dollar index. So what we'll do, we'll go to dollar index here first, and then go to divergence, our proprietary indicator at NP Financial. So we'll be doing an indicator divergence, which is BFFF divergence. It will come like this. It was already there. So divergence. So let's see the divergence here. So we see 2 back to back, not back to back actually. At the end of the divergence, it is extremely good. Our divergence, it is extremely powerful. And Ben can say, and everyone can say, Girija can say, those of you who have tried. Andrew Stapleton is here. We are missing Andrew Linnett. Andrew Linnett is missing. We are missing. So Andrew Linnett is not there, but Andrew Stapleton is there, which is good. And then we saw a divergence here from the I'll come to the right hand side now in a minute. But after this uptrend, this is uptrend, definitely uptrend, as we can see here. From this morning star, those of you who are practicing morning star, from this morning star, from this to this, we have an uptrend, and then at the end of the uptrend, maybe with another support here, where maybe on the on the pivot point support or any other support, and pivot point support or any other support, we'll be having some resistance there. We'll be having some resistance. R1 is there, so there is some resistance there. So there is the evening star here again, evening star in inverted hammer. Andrew Linnett is exactly practicing this, and Anil Rayar is also practicing this, because they are in this stage. So this is an inverted hammer. This is a evening star, because they are appearing after an uptrend, and at this position, when we saw after an uptrend, the context is filled in, satisfied. Context is satisfied. And then we have a reversal. In the form of inverted hammer, and the completion of the divergence happened here. Why divergence? Because this is a swing high. That is a swing high. The second swing high is higher than the first swing high. And why this is a swing high? Because the second high is higher than the first and the third. Similarly, this swing high is higher than this and the next. So this is a swing high and this is a swing high. Second swing high, it is far higher than the first swing high, but our divergence is making lower swing high. So this is a swing high and that is a swing high corresponding to this and this. So our divergence is making lower swing high, and we can be short from here. And this is also a rule of 4. We have written inverted hammer, evening star. We have written inverted hammer and evening star. Someone wants to join. Andrew. Oh my goodness, Andrew. Hey, good afternoon, Andrew, mate. How are you? You'll be probably living 100 years as per our Hindu mythology, because I was just taking your name that Andrew is practicing this inverted hammer and evening star, and right on there you have joined. So that is good. Welcome, Andrew Linnett. We have Andrew Stapleton also. So Andrew Linnett and Anil Rayar is practicing this in the Traders Foundation Module 3 Unit 1. So we have the context of uptrend, and then we have the context of resistance, and we can also, like Girija does, I like the way she does. C will extend, first thing first, C will extend this fellow. C will extend this fellow to generate another resistance. So this is a one resistance from the previous months. R2 means resistance, M means resistance 2, M means monthly. So we have previous monthly resistance 2 and this monthly resistance. So let me take you to there, though it is happening. Such a wonderful question, Tyron. Tyron asked, is the dollar index divergence can help us to identify opportunity in correlated currency pairs? It is not actually correlated, but the other influenced currency pairs, because US dollar is the master. So we saw an uptrend, impulsive, corrective, which is a Marty will tell us that, and he's a masterpiece on that. And at the end of the around 11,000, oh my God, I love it. 11,000 whole number, we saw inverted hammer, and the inverted hammer, that means the hammer is inverted. And then we saw on this fellow we saw inverted hammer, and on a two candle combination, and on 3 candle combination we are seeing evening star. And this is what Andrew Linnett is practicing, Anil Rayar is practicing. And after that, what we'll be having, we are having back to back divergence. So from this swing high to this swing high, price went up, but our divergence came down, and we saw a harami, and then but this low was not taken out. And then we saw another one from here to here, back to back. We call it back to back divergence. So one divergence, two divergence, back to back divergence. And we will be waiting for here with a rule of 4 or with a strategy call of histogram, will be actually taking that shot here on the 14th of January. Let's bring this strategy now. Let's bring the strategy for 14th of January to see whether there is a red histogram or not. So let's keep it here. Let's do 14th of January. So this is 14th of January, and we have red histogram. So our histogram are brilliant. Not only it matches with the other strategy like rule of four, like divergence, like evening star. So the but also they start to capture at the very beginning, at the very beginning of the trend. So everything matches here, Tyron, and I can see that the score of 4 is not valid here because I have got only 0. Yeah, 0 score. Why is a 0 score? Because divergence is a leading indicator. And then what is it? Then why should I wait for? Why should I wait for score? You should wait. Strategy and trader foundation are two different things. Strategy is the safest bet. Strategy is the safest bet. That means it is extremely suitable, extremely well designed for risk balanced persons. That is what our strategy. That is what our we go long and short depending on our strategy, which looks like this. But before this strategy on the forex beginners, we have our extremely important. I cannot stress the more importance on that. We have the extremely important traders foundation. Traders foundation tells us everything, what to do, what to not to do, when. So when we see an uptrend, and at the end of the uptrend we have a big number 11,000, and you can go back and check the relevance of 11,000 on dollar index on the previous years and months. So at that 11, so we have a resistance. We have a 3 resistance, 1 2 3. We have a candlestick. We have a rule of 4. So this fellow has touched the line, close below, bearish bar, and this low has to be taken out. And we have a strategy there also, strategy histogram there also. So with this, we price probably more with the success of this, maybe 77 to 80%. Andrew Stapleton has done a brilliant job, and Ben also. Many of their work actually is being captured in our modules and units, and it came down heavily. Ding, 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 ding. So now we are in a possible correction or downtrend, whatever you like to say, you say it. I would say possible, maybe big correction, because this has not broken this low. And this has stopped exactly at 88.6. Those of you who are practicing the Fibonacci, you'll be amazed to see how it has stopped exactly at 78.6. I'll take this one out. Yeah, I can take that. I can keep that. So if I draw the line from here to if I draw the Fibonacci from this to this, if I draw the Fibonacci from here to here, then we can magically see that price exactly came to 88.6 and 78.6. So the risk aggressive person started buying from 78.6 with a harami, and this is not quite a morning star. This is not quite a morning star because this did not close above the midpoint of this fellow, and this is not a bearish engulfing. This is the mistake people do. This is the mistake people do, thinking that this is a bearish engulfing. I should go short. Not at all. No, theoretically, it looks like this red candle has engulfed this hammer. But before that, we need to remember this is a harami. This is a hammer at the support after a downtrend. So after a downtrend at the support, we need to look for bullish candlestick reversal, not bearish candlestick. Bearish candlestick should be seen after an uptrend and at a resistance. So this fellow is not a bearish engulfing. And Kim is asking, what is the difference between inverted hammer in uptrend and gravestone doji? Yeah, good question, very good question. Doji, DOJI. Doji means uncertainty. Doji means uncertainty. So doji means uncertainty. Like I can make this as a DJ jockey. Anyway, I take that color zone out and I make this 0 because it is indecision. So doji, so that is a doji, this is a doji, the doji, and then this is a doji, so many dojis here and there. This is a doji, so many dojis here and there. This is a doji, oh my god. This is a doji, oh my god. I should stop. All right. So this is also a doji. All right. So the doji means the open and close are very similar, very similar. Like this fellow, there is this fellow, they are everywhere. This fellow, this fellow. That is why doji is not very critical. But what question Kim is asking? Kim is asking what is the there are 3 variations of dojis. I think 2 variations which are very important. You can write it down because we don't discuss doji in our normal candlestick. In our normal candlestick module 3 unit 1. Module 3 unit 1, we don't do that in Trader Foundation. That is why we have a 1-month course on candlestick, because candlestick is such a big subject. So we discuss gravestone doji and then dragonfly doji. Beautiful names, dragonfly doji and gravestone doji. Okay, so he's asking what is the difference between inverted hammer and uptrend and gravestone doji. So they are the same probably, but with the only slightest difference. To answer your question, Kim, a hammer can have a body. Like this is a kind of hammer. This is a kind of hammer which is having a body. It should not have upper wicks and it should appear after a downtrend, but it's a kind of hammer. But this is a very good hammer. See, this is not a doji, my dear friend. This is not a doji. But when the hammer is not having body, ding, 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 this fellow, when the hammer is not having body, that means the open and close is very similar. Then it becomes a gravestone doji. Oh my God, the doji is in gravestone. All right. So that is the response to your question. Did I answer your question, Kim? You can write it back. All right. So doji are of 2 types. Gravestone doji can be seen here on the resistance, and dragonfly doji. Dragonfly, you must have seen in your childhood. Dragonfly doji. How many of you ran behind a dragonfly doji to capture it? Anyway, so there can be dragonfly doji here. Anyway, so doji means indecision. We can neglect them because we have other stuff too. And then he's asking, yes, thanks, very good, excellent. Kim says yes. All right, so I was coming back to Taran's question. So this is a harami, and this is a hammer, and this is not an bearish engulfing, and this is a horrible kind of piercing and harami mixed together. This is nothing because it did not close above the midpoint, so it is not a piercing. But it's open below the low, below the this open and this close, there is a gap. So in the classic books of candlestick, you will see they prefer a gap. In this thing, foreign exchange, which is a 24/5 market, hardly there is any gap, but there is a supposing gap here between Tuesday and Friday, Wednesday and Thursday, Tuesday and Wednesday. Thanks to Trump, he must have done some tariffs there. We are least interested in that, because everything you do, whether it is tariff or treasury or anything, or even any other bombing, anything, it is being reflected in this chart. So don't worry. So we saw, we are still answering the question of divergence. So we saw swing low, and the second swing low is lower than the first swing low, and this is coming after a downtrend, and this second swing low, but this fellow is making a higher swing low. There may not be 1:1 exact association. This can be 1 bar ahead or 1 bar behind. In this case, it is 1 bar ahead. And then we need to see, according to our strategy, we need to wait for this lowest swing low, this fellow close has to be this close has to be above this high, and this high has to be taken out. So now that it has everything happened, we are long from here, we are long from here, and we are long from here, and in the meantime we are also okay. So if we are long on the dollar index, who can tell me, because I have been talking for 35 minutes now, Who can tell me which other currency pairs will go do the opposite? That means go short, or do the same. That means go long. I'll give you 30 seconds. Please unmute and talk.
Aussie, Euro,
AUDUSD, Euro, sorry,
Aussie.
Aussie, Euro,
Japanese yen.
Cable.
Yeah, cable.
and sterling.
Yeah, sterling. Yeah, Japanese yen. Yeah, excellent. I got my answer. Very good. You got 100 out of 100. Girija Thara. So what does it mean? When the dollar index is going, going up, whichever currency pairs, the dollar index is term currency. Like Aussie USD is the term currency. Euro USD is the term currency. This is discussed in our basics of trading. Sterling in United States dollar is the term currency. So these three, Aussie, Euro, and Sterling, will go or do opposite. And then Japanese yen, because USD is the base currency, BASE and TERM. This is base and this is term. So because this is base currency, this will try to go up. This fellow will try to go down. This fellow will try to go down. This fellow will try to go down. Let's see what is happening in the market and what are we doing now. So those three will go down and one of them will go up. So for that, what we'll be having here, we are already, if you can see my screen here at the bottom, we have already sold euro. We are a little bit lost here. So we have sold 1.0360, 1.0. Oh, sorry. Why did I sell? Okay, that's a mistake. That's a gross mistake. Oh my God. Anyway, I'll close tomorrow morning. See, I can also do mistake. Every one of us can do mistake. Why on earth I have sold euro? Can anyone explain me? Yeah, that is correct actually, because also dollar index is going up. If the dollar index is going up, yeah, no, I got mad. Anyway, my mistake. So if the dollar index is going up, we expect euro to go down. Let's see euro to go down, Aussie to go down, cable or sterling to go down, and then cable or sterling to go down, and in Japanese yen to go up. Okay, let's see. There is a divergence here. There is a divergence. Our divergence is fantastic. So as you can see, our divergence here is 44.92, and here it is 42.55. So there is a divergence here. Price goes up. This fellow goes down. So we saw a harami at a resistance. Beautiful things happening. This is a quarterly resistance. This is a yearly resistance. This is a pivot point. My goodness, 3 resistances and triple top. 3 resistances, triple top, and divergence. It came down, and here is another divergence here. Price went down. This fellow in a support after a downtrend. If I'm moving fast, please let me know. Because Marty will also be speaking. We'll be missing Kerry today, but as I told you, we can ask Kerry any question and ask more questions to her than me. Let me. This is a downtrend and bullish class A divergence, and from here this is a harami. This is a morning star and went up, and again there is a divergence here. So this is a price went up with a double top kind of. Because if we drop Fibonacci from here to here, it will stop at 61 or 78.6. We can try quickly. Even if we were not drawing, your eyes should be so trained. That you can, without drawing the Fibonacci, you can actually tell what is the ratio. I told you 78.6, and it is exactly 78.6 or 61.8. 78.6. How can you do this? That without drawing the Fibonacci, you can tell the. Because it is very simple. If this is 100, this is 61. Because this is 50, this is 61, this is 78 points. This is one thing. The other thing is the magic of a calculator. What is the calculator? How calculator can help us in trading? Let's see. We trade 5 asset class. So we write 5 here. We trade 5 asset class every. We trade 5 asset class, but we don't trade in 5 asset class because there may not be opportunity every day. So we see, we observe, we watch, 5 asset class every day, and each of the asset class, as you know, at NP Financials having 8 instruments in that. So we every day, at least minimum, we are seeing 40 bars, 40 new bars or candlesticks. So in a month there are 22 days. So 880 bars we are seeing. Invariably we are seeing, if we are not sick, even if I'm sick, I'll go and try to see the bar. Like Ben did when he was going to hospital. He told Kerry that I need to close all my trades, and he passed the FTMO. Yep. So we are like that, crazy people. So in a month, we see 880 bars or candles every month, and there are 12 months in a year. So there are 10,560 bars we see, every one of us, those of us who are doing 5 asset class in a year. And I have been trading for 15 years, so I have the privilege of seeing this 158,400 bars. Some may be similar, some may be different. And I don't know how much percentage of this I would be remembering. Kerry, what is the brain's capability? Thinking that I use only 0% of my brain. Can you tell me?
It varies all the time, the opinion of all those things. There used to be that, I think, 10%, but they've shown now that it's actually not. It's more because we have alternate pathways and we do different things. So really, it's up to you.
But what is your answer? 10%?
But that's what's commonly expected.
Oh, very good. Excellent. Fantastic.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, Kerry. Kerry is our always savior. She saves us always. So this is the number of bars or candles, or much more than this number of time, because I see 4 hour, 12 hour, 2 day, 3 day, weekly, and weekly, monthly, line chart. So let me multiply it quietly by at least five. So I was telling that in last 15 years, I got the opportunity, and I'm blessed to see this number of bars, 792,000. And Kerry says, I can only remember 10%, which is not good, which is 79,200. So that is the power of calculator. So if anyone has seen 79,200, if anyone can remember, he or she can remember 79,200 bars, it is easy for him to say that this fellow is 78.6. Anyway, so at that 78.6, and with this quarterly resistance and monthly R1, monthly resistance 1, what we saw inverted hammer back to back. This is brilliant. I love it. This is inverted hammer at this resistance, and near this resistance we have a harami and an evening star, and we have a dark cloud cover, and we have inverted hammer, and then we have a very close to dark cloud cover, or very close. So we are seeing all this back to back. But we are waiting for this divergence to happen. So the divergence happened, and the close is below this, and the low taken out. So that is why we went short. Probably we took this short. Low of this one is 10389, 10389, 10389, and we entered at 10360. Yeah, 89 means 90. 90 minus 30 is 60. So 10360 we entered. We are having a small loss, but at least we took that trade because the dollar index is going up. That means the euro will go down, and in dollar index we saw bullish divergence, and euro we saw bearish divergence. So far so good. Do you have any question? Especially Tyron, because Tyron has asked this question.
No, it's okay, Papa. In fact, I took those trades.
Yeah, excellent, brilliant, fantastic. Now we'll go Tyron for all of our notice. Tyron is doing FTMO, and Ben and Andrew Stapleton. How is your challenges going on the FTMO? Would you like to share?
Yeah, I'm still trying to get my account going, Arthur. I'm trying to set up a business through FTMO company. It's a bit long-winded, so I haven't really done anything at the moment until I get the account up.
Okay, so after passing the phase 1 and phase 2, he is doing some changes in the account type, which is from individual to business. That is good, Ben. And what about you, Andrew?
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, just in phase one, I think I'm maybe at about 70% of the profit target for the phase one at the moment.
Brilliant. Fantastic, brilliant. So your new blessings are in your favor, right?
That's right. There must be good luck. Yep.
How old are they now?
The youngest is 2.5 months now.
2.5 months. And after
Yeah.
that, after him or her?
Then I've got a nearly 2-year-old, then a nearly 5-year-old, and a 6-year-old.
Ooh, so
Yeah.
0.2, 2, 5, and 6, exactly like Fibonacci.
Yeah, that's right. I should have named one Fibonacci.
Brilliant, fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sure, thank you, Ben. Thank you, Andrew. And good that Andrew, with a 2.5 months kid, he's almost on the verge of passing the FTM of phase one. I can actually feel how much he has done. I know exactly how much he has done in his in his learning through us. Fantastic. So let's go to the Aussie. Aussie will be probably doing the same. Yeah. Aussie, we saw here, so divergence I'm not repeating because I've already done it. So there is a divergence here, and the price went from Gravestone Doji here. Kim, this is your Gravestone Doji. So Gravestone Doji. Anyway, this is not Gravestone. This is normal Doji. Gravestone Doji has to be like hammer, but the open and close has to be the same. Like Dragonfly Doji. This is a Gravestone. Dragonfly Doji will be having the opposite. This is a Gravestone. Dragonfly is opposite. Just reverse this, and then you will get a Dragonfly Doji. Yes, exactly like the Dragonfly. It looks like. So so we saw swing high to swing high going up, and then we saw Girija has invented this. And Girija's way of drawing here, she will now. So you will see, oh my God, look at this Girija. I say Girija support resistance. Instead of telling R1, R2, I say Girija, GR. So this is Girija resistance. And then because she is extremely strong on this, I have learned exactly from her. And as I have learned so much from Ben, Andrew, and all of you. So this is a resistance here, and there is a resistance here on the monthly here, and we have a dark cloud cover and a divergence. So and the close below the low of this, and then low taken out. Woo! Very good. And then we have the last one, which is GBPUSD. Oh my God, look at this fellow. Evening star, bearish engulfing, BM. What is BM? Bearish Marubazu. Oh. So we saw three things here. Again on the Girija resistance. So extend this fellow. This is very helpful. That is why I'm again repeating. Thanks to Girija. So this is the resistance here, because market remembers the previous levels. So that is why it is Girija resistance. And at that point, we saw something here. We saw here at the dark evening star, but the low was not taken out. We saw a Harami, but the close was not below this resistance. We saw evening star, and we saw a divergence. So swing high to swing high, divergence, and exactly bookish. And look at this trend line break. My goodness! If you go back to our Trader Foundation or divergence modules and units, you will see in our modules and units in the divergence, we have told you, or in the pattern also, we have told you that the first impending, what is the language you have written? The first change in trend, first indication is the break of a trend line. So this is the break of a trend line which has been drawn here. This broke, but the low not taken out. This broke, but the low is not taken out. This broke, and the low is taken out. So this is how Titan, we can take advantage, to answer your question, we can take advantage of dollar index divergence to the opposite effect of Aussie, Euro, and Sterling. And last one is the USDJPY. So if you go to the USDJPY, it will do the same thing. So there is a divergence here. Those of you who are not yet gone to the divergence, please do not try divergence now, because there are more to it. When I'm talking, I can make it a little bit lucid or a little bit simple because of my bad English. But anyway, so don't try divergence as of now. Those of you who are not yet there. But those of you who have already completed. So this market is for everyone. This market is for everyone who is studying Harami. He can make money. Who is study trend line, he or she can make money. This market is for everyone. We need to expect the correct thing from the market. Market is capable to give anything and everything what we expect. Correct, Kiri?
Sorry. Yes.
Market is capable of giving us whatever we deserve, whatever we demand from it, not deserve. Ruthlessly demand. We have to be ruthless to cut our cost. We need to be extremely greedy to hang on to our trade, to hang on to our profitable trades. We must be extremely greedy to hang on to our profitable trades. We must be extremely ruthless to cut our losses according to our rule, not whimsically, Anyway, so market can give us pain, market can give us pleasure, market can take us give us negative money, market can give us positive money. Whatever we are expecting, we'll get it. There is another good saying, which is I was so glad that the thing which has I say so many things here and there. I have a habit of talking. So I said one thing to Ben, that an eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. This is not from me. This is from Mahatma Gandhi. But anyway, on some occasions I told him, and I was having zero idea that this statement, an eye for an eye, can make the whole world blind, can change and can affect his trading. But Ben said that yes, it has affected. Same thing. So I say many things. I say a kid with a ruler can make millions. So like this fellow, a kid who has drawn this trend line can make millions here, like millions here. So now I'm saying, because it is coming to my mind, and one thing is the way we do anything, the way we do everything. Right, Kerry?
Yes, that's absolutely right.
Why?
Actually, Plato has something that's very similar.
Yeah.
He actually said that reality is created by the mind, and we change our reality by changing our mind.
Yes. So glad. See, Kerry is so knowledgeable. Unbelievable. So I always verify with Kerry whether I'm talking makes sense or nonsense. But anyway, so kid with the ruler, he or she can make the kid with the ruler. Why I said the way we do anything, the way we do everything. This is not from me. I only read many things in many books. I can remember 10% of it. That's what Kerry said. So I read every day. I try to read 10 pages every day throughout my life. I read at least 10 pages, and that too when I'm walking for half an hour. I do that for half an hour. We all need to walk. That's not brisk walking, but anyway, I walk to satisfy myself. While I'm walking for half an hour morning, maybe 6:30 to 7 or 7 to 7:30, whatever time. So I read for 10 pages. So I read somewhere, the way we do anything, the way we do everything. So yeah, and Kerry explained so well from Plato. That's fantastic. So what does it mean? It means that unless and until I'm drawing trend line every now and then, I'm not in a habit of drawing trend line, and in the process I will not take advantage of this sell off. Trend line is such an indicator. Trend line, Girija does many, and many of you all of you do this. I've seen Andrew and Ben doing so much of this. Because of a break of a trend line with a rule of 4, with a precious rule of 4, is a gem. So touch close below, bearish bar low taken out, touch close below, bearish bar low taken out. I think our friend Ahmed is doing this close below rule of 4. Ahmed, is it correct? You're doing rule of 4?
Yes, that's correct.
Fantastic, brilliant. Yeah, fantastic. So those of you who are in the first phase of candlestick, those of you who are in the second phase of trend line, those of you on the third phase of rule of 4, those of you who are in the advanced phase of score of 4 or divergence, all can be benefited from the market only when we remember, only when we maximize our observation. It may take 15 years to do this, but at least in 1 year, we'll see 792 bars or 7,920 bars. So that is the meaning of practice. Practice invariably will give us an opportunity to see more bars, more observations. The more you see, the more you observe, the more you learn from the market. That is why the number of bars is so important. That is why in every 5 pages which we have practice task, self-assessment practice task is so very important, because it forces you to see number of bars. It forces you to practice Fibonacci. It forces you to practice candlestick. It forces you to practice trend line. It forces you to practice the divergence and demand and supply lines. We have a very good friend in the form of Viet Hong. Viet, are you here? Viet. No, we are missing Viet. So like Ben gave us an interview how he cleared phase 1 and phase 2, and Ben, in fact, he's such a nice, he's not such a nice gentleman. Ben has actually, and Kerry also offered the same thing. Kerry offered two free sessions, right, Kerry? Am I correct? What are you offering?
Yeah, 2 free. Yep. And they can be broken up, however.
20 minutes is it?
They can be done as for half an hour, or they're 2 hours, 2-hour sessions, really. But if people sort of a bit uncertain as to whether it's something that I can help with, then they can email me. I can let them know whether it's something that is sort of good at the moment that they could benefit from. I can send some assessments and different things that might give them a bit of insight as well. So yeah, there's lots of things that I can do. Just people contact me and I can let them know.
So nice, Kerry. You are so helpful. Really appreciate your kindness. I would not, honestly speaking, I would not give anyone 2 hours free. I can only give half an hour free. Sorry for that. But unfortunately, fortunately or unfortunately, whatever you tell is, we have actually half an hour free at NV Financials. So we'll give you half an hour. Marty, how much you are giving to your prospects?
I give them 3 months at a discounted rate. I'm always available on Discord for you to ask a simple question, but if you want to stick with me, you can pay a fee and I'll help you out a lot more in much more detail. So yeah, I'm there, I'm available, but if you want more detailed things from me, then that will take time on my behalf to, I don't know, do up like some sort of write-up for yourself and an explanation of why things are how they are. So that's the reason behind the price there. That's all.
That is so good, Marty. Thank you so very much for your generosity. Marty has priced his product in, I'll not say product, his service of Elliott Wave Discord only at $197 for 3 months. Only at 3 months. 3 months for 3 months. $197. That is a brilliant offer. That is a brilliant offer. Kerry is giving 2 hours of free, of unbelievable. I am giving half an hour free discussion with me. So much of offers at around going on here on our mapping of markets, which is Elliott Wave entire strategy here, or entire strategy, and the course content is here, and the videos are there, and so many things. And FAQ is there on the psychology. Katie is helping us so much with 2 hours of free. Marty is giving 3 months with a little bit of a price attached to that. Unbelievable. And I can talk to you for half an hour. We are giving so much of courses, services, trading guides we have developed, resources we have developed, trading plan, trading journal, podcast, survey. Under trading guides, we have guide for beginners, candlestick, patterns, Fibonacci, trading divergence, pivot point, and they will continuously if we are seeing in the candlestick there are 2000 words now. In recent time, in 1 to 6 months, it will be around 20,000 words. We'll keep on adding. We want to flood the NP Financial's website with information, with resources, with guides, so that it helps you free of cost, absolutely free of cost. All these are free of cost. Everything you are seeing here is free of cost. Only we sharing our time is cost to us, and probably a cost to you. But you are getting so much of free things around that. All right. So did I answer your question, Tyron? And on the same front here, on the USDJPY, while
Yes.
yeah, very good.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, brother.
Fantastic. Very good. Excellent. Brilliant. So on the USDJPY, we need to wait here because there is a class A divergence here, and the close above the low. This is the lowest. This is the lowest. This is not a bearish engulfing again. This is not a bearish engulfing again. This is not an inverted hammer again, because I'm extremely strict on here, because context is wrong. That is the mistake people do. Without context, candlesticks are bullshit. Sorry for that, but yes, candlesticks are useless without context. Without context, candlesticks are useless. So the context is downtrend. Context is support. How can we see bearish engulfing? Unbelievable. We cannot do that. Hey, Viet, my dear friend. Viet is back. Viet, you will live 100 years as per Hindu mythology. Because I was just referring to you, your name and your thing which you are doing, and I asked this question to you, Viet, although you are only 64 minutes late, but anyway, I asked you a question.
Sorry. Yeah, I just got time to join. I have something to do before, and now I just got some time.
So thank you. At least you have joined. That is good. Viet, I was requesting Viet as I was requested Ben before, and Kerry always, and Marty always. I have requested Viet. You can take your time and respond. I have requested Viet. Viet is exceptionally good, even better than me, in identifying the demand and supply points. Much better than me. I don't have any hesitation to say that Viet is better than me in identifying the opportunities, and not to identify the other opportunities in cryptocurrencies, because he is doing cryptocurrencies. And if you see Viet's work, you'll go amazed to see how he is identifying the cryptocurrencies, because you see the sell our again, cryptocurrency is a different asset class. Cryptocurrency is a different asset class. For a moment, if I clear this little bit so that it looks nice, so I go here and then go to display objects. So I have taken all the objects out for a moment. I have not deleted. I have just taken out, just to make it a little bit clear. Just to do a little bit clear. I'll hide this one. I'll hide everything. Okay. So, but the lines are drawn. But the lines just now I have hidden is the yearly, quarterly, monthly lines are drawn. And this because cryptocurrency is a different asset class. These buy and sell strategy are different, because foreign exchange is an asset class which is derived directly from the interest rate. Interest rate is derived from inflation. Inflation is calculated from CPI, Consumer Price Index. So CPI leading to inflation, leading to interest rate, leading to exchange rate. That is foreign exchange. Number two asset class is shares. Shares are derived from the underlying valuation of the company, and the underlying valuation of the company is determined from management quality, the quality of the product, the quality of the service. That is how the shares are valuated. So number three, commodity asset class. Commodity is mother nature. She can create havoc on commodity. If there is a flood in Asia, especially in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, then the rough rice price will go up crazy. So Mother Nature controls commodity almost entirely. And then this cryptocurrency, oh my god, this cryptocurrency is I don't know who controls what. Viet would be in a better position to tell me. Viet, can you answer this question? Who controls or affects cryptocurrency?
From what I know, is influenced a lot by the American dollar to USD. Apparently is usually from my research, of course, I don't know a lot, I'm not guaranteed that is the case, but a lot of people showing that when the dollar is strong, the cryptocurrency tend to go down, because people tend to jump on cryptocurrency, especially Bitcoin, which is the strongest crypto, to preserve their monetary value. That's how that's the idea of the Bitcoin by itself. And Bitcoin influence all the other cryptocurrency. Let's say if Bitcoin go down, all the other cryptocurrency tend to follow. Especially if you see it in the past week of how Bitcoin going down from 100K to like 80K, which is a few days ago. All the cryptocurrency go down as well. But also, it's a lot of that come from all the big cryptocurrency like Solana and Ethereum is also showing the sign of which if they go down very dramatically because of some event. Let's say recently, because of all the meme coins seem to go down in Solana, because Solana is the biggest blockchain to create meme coin, and all of them are going down dramatically. So that's why Solana follow it and also create a more exaggerate down price for all the other cryptocurrency, but mainly is from Bitcoin. But Bitcoin influenced by the USD, which is so back to what I originally was first said. When the USD are strong, crypto, or especially Bitcoin, tend to go up, and when the USD are weak, crypto tend to go. When the USD are strong, crypto tend to go down, and when the USD are weak, crypto tend to go up. But that is just a lot of research from a lot of YouTubers that I capture what they study. And I haven't really looked at it myself, but look at because they show their chart, so I do see that there's 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 a belief or a tendency to see how price react like that, at least. So if there's a lot of people believe in something, they tend to be happen like that. That's how I kind of see the common sense of price. This is just outside of technical analyst, not like this, not what Pata told me.
Fantastic, brilliant. Thank you.
I think there was a big hack week back. That's also one reason it's going down.
Yeah, that's also the big thing as well from Bybit. It's a $1.5 billion. Yeah,
and also a lot of money flowing out from ETFs.
But
like
that
4 billion last week.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But like what I feel weird is like when the Bybit thing happened, price didn't go down immediately, and a lot of people see that could be a manipulative move for market maker. There's just a lot of theory in the internet, you know what I mean? Sometimes I'm just have a look to see what people how people talk about. But yeah, like what I feel weird is when the Bybit hack happened, the price didn't go down for a few days, and then it went down even more dramatically. in the last few days.
I think main thing is the confidence now, lack of confidence at the moment.
Yeah.
So because of that, a lot of people taking money out and then realizing profits.
100%. There's a lot of lack confidence. But from the a lot of like what is it? They call it like the market cycle theory. Then Bitcoin would tend to usually drop like this to create like a base if it want to go furthermore. So if you into cryptocurrency and study the market cycle cryptocurrency, like for the past few cycle from the beginning, the 20%, 30% drop is very common. And in the sense for trader is actually very good because we trade based on volatility, right? And trader, that's why like I'm into cryptocurrency, because I like those kind of move. It's volatile, it's risky, but at the same time you can capitalize a lot from it if you know what you're doing. Like let's say the recent drop, if you, for example, if you short it, like Pata, can you show me the daily chart of Bitcoin if you don't mind? Yeah, there's a, let's say in that histogram, like Bata was talking about like supply and demand opportunity that I be able to capture, right? And I'm not sure how good I am, but there's a lot of opportunity during that time for shorting, during this time for shorting. For example, yeah, what he just pointed out with the red arrow, there's a lot of opportunity, not just based on the technical analysis that we can see on the chart, but yeah, like you, Danuka said that there's a lot of uncertainty as well. Yeah, so it's
fantastic, brilliant, exceptional, excellent, very good. Viet, really, I learned so much, and probably many of us learned so much from you. And thank you, Danuka, for interacting. That's brilliant, exceptional. That is what is this purpose of this master class. We all learn from each other. I know nothing. I am no one. So if I have all this, always have this in my mind. I know nothing. I am no one. So I can learn from everyone, and I will not repeat the mistakes everyone possibly doing. Fortunately or unfortunately, I have happened to see more than 10,000 students like all of us, and they do a lot of mistakes. I also do a lot of mistakes. Everyone does mistakes. But if we can learn from each other's mistakes and learn from each other's strengths, that would be great. What I was talking about Viet is exceptional in identifying the, if I now bring it the display objects, where the display objects go. Yeah, Viet is exceptional in identifying these demand and supply points, which one to take and which one not to take. Which one to take and which one not to take. Viet is exceptional on that because cryptocurrency is a little bit different, as you can see. Whether to take this one or whether to take this one. So definitely, if I reduce this quarterly and all these lines for a moment, if I reduce this little bit, display objects, without those lines also, we are actually trading blind. Without that also, we are actually trading blind, any which way. So the histograms in the cryptocurrency at NP Financial should look like this. And we say, as we had just now said, Solana went down 57% when Bitcoin went down only 28%. That's what we had said, right? Solana in the same time period went down 57% for whatever reason, better known to Viet. And then this Bitcoin only came down at the same period of time 28%. But my question is, when we are technical trader and when this is congestion, when there is a upper limit and a lower level, when there is a upper level and lower level here, when there is a congestion here, when there is a congestion here, starting from here to here, we need to develop a skill set to wait and avoid these computer generated. Of course, these are our this is our program. But we need to develop a skill set that is so important. We need to develop a skill set skill set to mix and match the computer generated signals along with our trader foundation. That is why one of my favorite, George Soros, who made $1 billion in a day, he said the best trading strategy are not just algorithms or robots or bots or AI, but a blend of art and science shaped by experience and insight. This is so important. So if AI is doing everything, then every one of us would be billionaires or millionaires at least. So this statement is so good. We have captured here in our website because I love it. I love this fellow's sayings. That is so good. That is so important. So we need to know if the market is ranging, whether we will blindly take long and short, that also you can do. That also we can do and make money. That is also possible. But what I have requested to Viet, and Viet would probably respond to SMS whenever he get time, because I only wrote to him a couple of hours back, just before the master class. So he has developed this skill set to identify which one is a better support and which one is a better resistance, where to sell and where not to do anything, whether to sell this one and whether to buy this one, or whether to sell this one, So he has developed this skill set, and we need to develop this skill set very, very much. All of us must develop this skill set, of, I'm just removing the weekly lines, because otherwise there are too many lines. I think they are actually coinciding with yearly, monthly, and quarterly. I'm just deleting the daily and weekly lines. I'm just deleting those this is pivot point, so I cannot. So I'm just removing the weekly and the daily, just to reduce a little bit.
Sir, I need to ask something
Go.
regarding the crypto. So in the cryptocurrency, are we following the divergence or not?
That's a very good question, Girija. Thank you for that. As I told you in the beginning of the class, divergence is universal. Right? Divergence is universal. Divergence is without putting a divergence here line. We can. That is the advantage of practicing more and more. So without even the divergence line, you will be able to see that this is a divergence. Why? Because it is at a quarterly resistance. And this is at a 4,000 level, which is a round number, like 11,000 for dollar index, 4,000 for Ether, 100,000 for Bitcoin, and so on and so forth. Who knows? Bitcoin can come to 57,000. I don't know. Marty probably will tell us how much Bitcoin can go. He said last time 80,000 or something like that. It can go to 57,000. I don't know. So anyway, so
can I answer that question?
Go.
Can I answer that question?
Go, please.
So like from what Pata told me, so at the moment I'm focused on working with the histogram, right, and see how it actually behaves with price. But from what Pata told me, like from ages ago, all the back-to-back action, for example, like so if I combine this histogram, right, with a diversion or double top, double bottom, or all the other stuff that Pata taught me, then it's a stronger setup. For example, like for example, on that first R4 that we can see in the chart is like a double top, right? And also on the histogram, there's a sell signal.
And the gap.
This is not talking about diversion, just like double top. And then if you combine that, then you have a more potential setup to give you more confidence to, let's say, if you want to short that. So that's what Pada told me. But I do fire it as well. Let's say there's a double top setup, and then there's signal of sell as well. Then yes, in a way that give me even extra confidence to short at that point.
Yes, because I'm not into the crypto right now, but my eyes were just catching that divergence trend line to the downwards, and that's what I was just focusing on. That's why I needed to ask this question. But thank you so much to clarify everything.
That's so much. Yeah, Girija must have even
Yeah, that's what I was doing. No, I
Yeah.
was just doing the other, like the most recent one from up to down trend line.
Yeah.
That's what I was making it.
Absolutely.
Now I can sleep better tonight. Yes.
A kid with a ruler can make millions. So to answer your question, Girija, that was a big divergence. And thank you, Viet. That was a brilliant response from your side. The more that is the difference between gambling and trading. Gambling, all the odds are always in favor of the house, but in trading, we can, with our practice, with our number of observations increasing, and with our practice task, with our strategy, with our input, we can I can guarantee that we can put 77 to 80%, 80% of probability, 80% probability that will be doing good. Oh, Ben, you are here, mate. So this is the 7th series here. You can see in our blog. This is the 7th series, how to make consistently profitable. So this we have written here. On 23rd. On 23rd, and we closed all of them, or most of them we closed. Which was running from 2nd of 19th of the February, 3rd of February, 5th of February, and so on and so forth. We closed everything, and now the trades which are running here, is latest 27th, 28th, 19th, and 28th. So this is the 8th one we'll be posting maybe. So this is the 7th one. So if you go here, and you'll see the other 7 are here. So this is on the June 10th. This is June 16th, this is September 26th, this is October 23, November 3rd, November 7th, November 12th. Consistently holding on to your profit, making being consistent. That is so important. That is so very important, extremely important. And that's what we have said. The more number of probability you stack in your favor, double top, rule of 4, and indication here. But there is a humongous divergence, Girija, not in this range. That's a double top, as Viet says, but in this from here to here, there is a divergence, and from here to here there is a big divergence. Right, correct. So Girija is correct. Close below, but the low is not taken out. Close below here, but the low is taken out. So the rule of 4, divergence, histogram. That is 100% of trading. And of course, what not to do. Those of people who are struggling with FTMO or other challenges, or even in your demo trading or live trading, I can tell you only one thing from my experience of these many bars.
Sorry, I have one more question about the crypto only. Are we using the Bollinger as well when we are checking it or not?
Generally not, but yeah, you can put Bollinger is also an universal indicator. Bollinger is also another universal indicator, and you can put, and there is a relative divergence there.
Yes. Yes, now it is clear.
Relative divergence there, and the first time if it is touching the opposite Bollinger band, Ben remembers this. Every one of you remember this.
Bollinger helping out to catch this, in between range.
Yeah. Very good. And in the downtrend, if it is touching for the first time Bollinger, there is opposite transaction happens. That is so good. So I have requested this Viet. I have requested Viet to actually give us 30 minutes on what is the process. What is the process that he is using? What is the process that he is using to identify so nicely, which one to take, which one not to take, observe the gap, and so on and so forth. Because I happen to be the mentor, and I'm working with Viet, and I can actually feel and sense your trading pulse. Even if I have not seen you, but I have developed a skill set of to see, as Kerry probably would do the same thing, feel your trading pulse as the doctor would do, just by talking to you for half an hour. I'll make sure I'll identify everything, what you're doing, what mistake you're doing. But anyway, so those of you who are struggling with challenges or in your own trading, try to do one thing. Try to talk to Ben. Ben has offered. He can talk to any one of you to help you out. Ben, such a nice gentleman, he has offered this. You can talk to him, provided he is available. And then try to avoid the range market. Do not do anything in a range market. Try to do in a avoid range market. Where is that? Try to avoid the range market. Especially when it is easy, very easy. Like if it is touching the 200 and not doing anything, that's an easy way. If there are too many Heikinasi doji, if it is dancing between R1 S1, if it is dancing between 50 and 200, I don't know whether it is 50. Yeah, very good, excellent. If it is dancing within 50 and 200, this is the 50, this is the 200. There are so many ways we can know that the price is in a range at NP Financials. If it is dancing between 50 and 20, that means 50 is pressurizing, 200 is supporting. My God, hell. This is hell. Don't touch this hell. Like GBPCHF. GBPCHF is in a hell now for so many months. Don't touch it. Who is forcing to take you trade on GBPCHF? You will only lose money. Of course, you can make money because if you are a brilliant range trader, but who can make money? I cannot make money. This is horrible. Unbelievably horrible. Look at this. In a range market for so long period of time, from September to till date, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, February, how many? 6 months. 6 months we are in a range and we are selling at the top and buying at the bottom. That is the only thing you can do. Other than that, you cannot do anything. That is what Viet has developed a skill set to identify which one to take and which one not to take. And I really learned so many things from him. And this is not obviously this thing. For if you do, that is the problem. If you apply candles, cryptocurrency histograms on Forex, you will be dead. If you apply foreign exchange histogram on cryptocurrency, you will be dead. Because all the asset classes are different. With this, if I have answered all your questions, do you have any more questions to me? Otherwise, I'll request Marty to take over us for last 30 minutes. Do you have any other questions? And I'll give you 90 seconds.
Can I say something adding on what you just said? Yeah, like, so what I like before, when I was like didn't know Pata, I was always trying to capture every opportunity, right? But what Pata kind of told me that I find very good is you only need to capture a very good opportunity. Otherwise, is and I find that I was struggle at the beginning before I met Pata, because I try to jump into every opportunity, but not every opportunity are good. But there's some opportunities you can like leave it for very long. Like if you really like, as I do the practice that Pata gave me, I can see that there's a few opportunities that you can leave for like even like a month, and I never be able to make those kind of trades. And I know that people be able to done that, but I never be able to do it myself. And through the actual practice with the chart and the histogram, I realized that I actually can do it. And like Pata said before about like the ranging market, because like I don't know about you guys, but I don't have like a full-time I can't do like a full-time job with trading, right? Because I have work and everything as well, and I can't just look at my chart every day. And I'm not like look at my chart every day, but look at my chart every time on the day to check my trade. But if you be able to identify like a very good opportunity, you can just leave it and check it once in a while, so it's actually give you more mind space and less stress to be able to trade, which is my aim. I don't want to be able to have to like just stay there like 24 hours per day to just make sure it's right, you know what I mean? So it's from what the strategy that Pata taught me, it actually very fit with my lifestyle as well. That's why I to be able to identify, let's say, breakout trade combined with the histogram, combined with all the other fundamental of like diversion and all that, to be able to looking for like very good trade that you can just trust the process rather than have to pay too much attention to it, which creates stress.
That is brilliant. That is fantastic. Lovely. Wonderful. I love it. Excellent. Brilliant. Very well said. Very well said. So he said about the process. He said about the love the process and it will fall in place. If we love the process and if we follow the process and if we believe the practice tasks are helpful, all of our combined knowledge, is powerful. Then definitely we can make money. Whether the market is going down or up, we don't care. We don't care. For example, in this asset class, which is shares, our histogram is telling us to go short from here. And he talked about hanging on, like hanging on this trade to go long, hanging on to this trade to go long, hanging on to this trade go short. It is absolutely magic for asset class, which is shares. Shares are doing so well now. But those of you who have only done Forex can have some challenges if the Forex is not doing good. Look at this histogram. And we would possibly not take this one. We'll take this one because of the reward to risk. We'll not take this one. Or even if this one is not triggered. Look at this. Look at the signals it is generating. Look at the way market is behaving. Look at some of the asset classes. Some of the asset classes are so good. And look at the CSL, look at the Cochlear. Shares are doing very good because of Mr. Donald Trump, the president. And of course, the other asset class is commodity. Commodity is doing so good. If you have seen orange juice, oh my God, orange juice, live cattle. They're crazy now. They're crazy. Like this one buying here, this one buying here. And look at what happened to orange juice. Look at what happened to our orange juice, and look at this fellow. Look at this fellow. We had just now told about hanging on to the trade. This is a lifetime opportunity. Hanging on to the trade, lifetime. This is not triggered. This is not triggered to go short, long. This is not triggered to go long. This is not triggered to go long. This got triggered, but immediately reversed. Look at this lifetime opportunity to make money. So that is what is extremely important. Hanging on to the trade, which is generating profit. Being ruthless with the other trades. Cut your losses immediately. Run your profit as much as possible. Hang on to the trade, and talk to Kerry and talk to Marty. With this, I thank you very much, and then I request Marty to take it over. Marty, please. Thank you.
Hello. How are we today?
Good, Marty.
All going good.
Cool. So, any questions before we start?
Could you please share your views on the gold market?
I can do that. So I'm